In this problem, we're asked to solve the quadratic equation by factoring 2t squared is equal to 3t plus 2. So first we're going to realize that it's a quadratic equation because because our highest variable is squared. So we're going to put it in standard form. In order to put it in standard form, we're simply going to force it to equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 3t from both sides as well as 2. Right? So we have 3t squared minus 3t minus 2 equal to 0. Now we're going to factor. And keep in mind that factoring is the reverse process for using our FOIL method. So I'm going to make 2 sets of parentheses. So just remember, when we're using our FOIL method, the first terms must multiply to give you the first term in your trinomial. So I'm going to use 2t and t because 2t times t is t squared. Next, I'm going to determine my signs. If my last term is negative, which it is, -2, that means one of my numbers is positive and one of my numbers is negative. Now, you may need to interchange these signs because the middle term may not quite check out, and we'll see what I'm talking about in just 1 second. Next, we're going to figure out our last terms. So whatever we use for our last terms, we must multiply to get -2. So I'm going to use a +1 and a -2. Okay, so we have the first and the last term satisfied. Now we're going to check the middle term. So keep in mind, in our FOIL method, we've already exhausted the first and the last terms. The middle term comes about when we take our outermost terms. So I'm going to multiply my outermost terms. 2t times -2 is -4t, right? Those are the outermost terms. I'm going to multiply my innermost terms. 1 times t is t. And if I combine, I get my middle term, which is positive t, right? So I get my middle term, which is -3t. So I know I have the correct factorization. So now I'm going to use the zero factor property. So I'm going to take each factor, set it equal to 0, and solve. So in order to solve 2t plus 1 equal to 0, first I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. And then I'm going to divide by 2. So I get -1/2 as a solution. Next, I'm going to solve t minus 2 equals to 0 for t. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. And I have my 2 solutions, -1/2 and +2.